Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the GLR Radio Network. We're getting ready to begin within the next 60 seconds or so. Thanks for tuning in to tonight's broadcast of the GLR Varsity Basketball Doubleheader. I'd like to thank our sponsors for bringing us here to bring this broadcast to you. If you'd like this broadcast, we'd like you to thank our sponsors too. As always, we'll do our best to bring you the live action, and we'd ask that you tell a friend or two. Our web address is www.youcanhear.us/GLR. That's right, you can hear us on www.youcanhear.us/GLR. Find us on Facebook.com/GLR Radio, or get our free radio app on your phone by texting GLR to 72727. If you'd like to use your phone to dial in and listen, simply dial 619-550-0711, and we'll come right through the phone to you. Thanks again for tuning in. We hope you enjoy tonight's ball games. You're listening to the GLR Radio Network.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are about 6.5 minutes from starting lineups here, and we're live at the GLR High School Gymnasium. Craig Johnson alongside Kenny Schilling. Kenny, it's been a few days since I've seen you, but it's good to be with you.
Yeah, it's good to have you back, Craig. Glad you had a good vacation down in Texas, and glad your voice is better.
Boy, there's a lot of things I'm glad for. We had a chance to surprise my dad for his 85th birthday, and boy, it was worth any price to see the look on his face. He wasn't expecting us at all, so throwing a shout out down to South Texas here to Marvin Johnson, 85 years young.
That's awesome.
And it was good to see them. We spent the balance of 8 days either traveling or visiting with them, and
good quality family time.
Good stuff. I will say that there's about a 99-degree swing in the temperature from the high to when we got back to the airport, but
I can believe that.
It was hard on. If you smile too fast, my face cracked coming from that hot to the cold.
Yeah,
so,
I bet.
So we're here to bring you a doubleheader. It's homecoming night here at GLR, and the homecoming matchup is with Central Lyon. It's interesting. I believe that the Central Lyon GLR boys football squads play together.
Yeah. As do the girls with softball.
Yeah, so they play some different sports together, and these are sports that they play against each other. So there's kind of a healthy rivalry, camaraderie between these athletes on the floor for both squads.
Yeah, it's a friendly rivalry. They all, both schools just kind of like to have the bragging rights a little bit, and kind of rib it into the other school at football or softball practice. So.
Yep, and that's understandable. That's a part of the dynamic, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, don't they have the homecoming for the football squad at Central Lyon? They have their homecoming during football season.
Yeah, it's in October.
So we've got a homecoming here in January. Well, now it just seems like
February.
Only yesterday it was January.
Yeah, that's right.
To quote a well-coined phrase from my broadcast associate, again, Craig Johnson alongside Kenny Schilling. I want to throw a big thank you out to Kenny for taking the helm the last 4 broadcasts. And those of you out there that have corresponded with me have suggested that maybe that's just the better way to go.
Oh, I don't know about that.
But I'm glad to be back. I want to also throw a big thank you out to Glenn Eben for sitting in the co-pilot seat here with Kenny the last 4 games.
Yeah, Glenn was my sidekick the last several games, and did a wonderful job too.
So I think if we're living right, we might have him on mic a little bit later.
I think so.
Throw his commentary.
Kind of. Yep.
And we'll see if we're favored with that opportunity later. So as usual, we like to bring you the threat assessment for the opposing team. This is Central Lyon, and these teams have faced up earlier over at Central Lyon Gym, and we did notice that the Ackerman sisters were very, very much a threat in that varsity lineup.
Yeah, as is Corinne Schulte. The Schulte girl is a big threat, scoring threat, very good defensive player, and It's a tall task for the Mustangs tonight. I just saw that on the latest polls that the Central Lyon girls are rated second this week in Class 1A, second in the state. So very good caliber, quality basketball team.
Well, and they certainly, both teams actually played very well in Central Lyon. I do believe Central Lyon prevailed in the final score, but it was
it was a good game. Yep.
Close game all the way. And bragging rights did go to Central Lyon in that first matchup. GLR is going to try to earn that traveling trophy back.
Yep.
That bragging rights trophy.
And with tournament play just around the corner, if each team wins their respective games, we will meet up with Central Lyon, both girls and boys, on the tournament trail.
So this is a real
this might
here.
This might not be the last meeting between the two teams.
This could be a precursor of things to come.
Yep.
Now let's talk a little bit about the tournament brackets. I don't have the full brackets in front of me, but I believe the first tournament game is
for
Thursday.
the girl. Yeah, for the girls, it's home here, and I believe it's Granville Spalding, if I'm not mistaken.
So it's next, if I'm not mistaken, it's here next Thursday.
Yes.
Is that right? And we'll do our best to bring it to you unless there's some kind of a tournament sanction.
Right.
On broadcasting.
On broadcasting.
So we'll.
And then if we win, I'm not sure who's up on the opposite side of that bracket, but then that if we would win our first tournament game, our next tournament game would also be here in George.
So it's almost an unusually good home court advantage.
Yep.
If we can win those couple of games.
Well, and people that were for the new addition to the school and this gym and stuff, they knew down the road that if we built a nice, decent-sized gym, we would be able to host a lot of these tournament games. Over the past, our gym just was not big enough, and even if we had a very good season record, we usually ended up playing on the road somewhere because our facility wasn't quite up to par, which was too bad. It was kind of a bum rap for the kids that worked hard to make a name for themselves, so to speak. So it's really nice having this nice facility now, and now that little bit of that dividend is paying off with us being able to host some tournament games.
Indeed. Well, we're going to look at about 15 seconds to announcing the starting lineups here.
And not only is it homecoming, but it is also Parents' Night tonight.
Parents' Night.
Because this is the last official home girls-boy game. I believe next Friday we have a home game against Sibley Ocheyedan, but that is all boys, freshman, JV, and varsity boys.
Well, we're going to listen to the PA announcer here, and we'll pair it back what we can for those of you listening at home. Kelsey Ackerman, a senior, wearing number 15. She's listed as 5'11". Lexi Ackerman, a 5'10" senior. Corey Schulte, a 5'9" senior. Winter Roths, a junior, 5'8", wearing number 31. And Sarah Halsey, a 5'8" sophomore, wearing number 41.
And now the starting lineup for the Mustangs.
Head coaches Bruce Eckenrod and Dan Cruz. Keely Cruz getting a nod for the Mustangs here.
Homecoming queen.
Homecoming queen. Abigail Eben.
A junior, number 22, Jessica Sandbolt.
Jessica Sandbolt, a junior, wearing number 22.
A senior, number 30, Taylor Carstensen.
Taylor Carstensen, a senior, wearing number 30.
A sophomore, number 32, Danielle Eben.
Danielle Eben, sophomore, wearing number 32. Head coach is Heather Grafing and assisted by Jenna Noble and Patrice Peters.
Please remain standing. Remove your hats of our national.
We'll have the national anthem by the GLR Pep Band at this time. And that's the GLR pep band under the direction of Miss Smith. And I understand congratulations are in order for her fiance, and best wishes to her. I think that's how you're supposed to say that. So
at the halftime of the boys' game at West Lyon, when I did the interview with Coach Grafing, then she brought up Keely Cruz with her, and so I got a chance to talk to her. And Keely had a very good game at West Lyon, and kind of back to her old form. She just seemed to be a lot more comfortable on the floor after her knee injury. And I asked her if she played harder the other night because she was the new homecoming queen, and she just kind of shrugged that off as a no.
Well, it's a big night for all these girls on the floor, and homecoming night, but they're going to see what they can do about some basketball, take care of some business ahead of time here. Center tip controlled by Central Lyon, and Lexi Ackerman bringing it across the timeline. Gets it to Halsey, then to Schulte, then to Kelsey Ackerman. Kelsey driving left and goes around Abigail Eben. Very good move to the...
And that's what she likes to do.
She is a left-hander, isn't she?
Yep, she likes to drive.
She drives it into 2 points, so Central Lyon breaks the ice right off the bat here. Keely Cruz driving to her right and lost the handle into the lane, and Central Lyon's Ackerman comes out of there with it. Here's Lexi trying to shot off the glass, no good. The repeat shot by Schulte off of the offensive rebound, and that's up and good, and she's fouled. And that's Danielle Eben.
That's
called for that foul.
Danny's first.
And the free throw is good by Schulte. So Schulte on the board with 3 points early on here. 5-0 the score. 7 minutes, 10 seconds left. And there's Mustangs had a little bit of difficulty getting it across half court, but there's a foul at the half court line.
And that was on Kelsey Ackerman. That's going to be her first.
So Mustangs now bringing it across the timeline. There's a steal and knocked out of bounds by Lexi Ackerman. Very quick on defense.
Central Line girls are, in all 5 players on the floor, are very quick.
So here's a pass into Danielle Eben. Good pass underneath to Sandbolt. Has the ball stripped away.
There's some more quick hands right there.
Kelsey Ackerman comes out of there with it. It's quickly ahead, over passes. I think that the cheerleader got it.
Yeah, just about got her right in the head.
Well, a little over the head of her teammate. So it's a turnover by the Lions. Mustangs with the ball. Taylor Carsonson gets it ahead to Abigail Eben. Down to Keely Cruz. Nice pass into Carsonson.
That was a nice quick pass in. Yep.
Carsonson turns to her right. She's fouled before the shot, I believe. So there will be no free throws, but the Mustangs will have the ball.
That foul was on Lexi Ackerman. That will be her first. So the Ackerman twins each with a foul.
There's a good pass into Danielle Eben. She puts an 8-footer up from the left baseline, and that's good. So Danielle Eben with the first points here tonight for the Mustangs.
Danny's got a nice-looking little jump shot. Squares up well.
6.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Sandbolt jets ahead and knocks it out of bounds. The head coach for the Mustangs thought it was off of the Lions, but last touch by the Mustangs. So they're in bounds now. 6:20 to play. Lexi Ackerman driving. Now lost the handle, gets it back. Schulte with it. Over to Halsey. Then to Kelsey Ackerman. Kelsey driving again to her left. Goes right up into the mix. I think she's fouled by one of the Mustangs. That's going to be on Abigail Eben.
That's going to be Abby's first.
She drove it right into the trees. And Abigail Eben got called for the reach there. So that free throw is up and good. All of the Mustang cheerleaders hollering their lungs out, and they've got Mustang jerseys on tonight for homecoming.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
So that second free throw is up and good. And watching the made free throw cheerleaders, if I kicked that high, I would probably be on my back. So Here's Sandvold into the paint, kicks it out to Abigail Eben. Free throw, or the three-pointer is no good.
Nice position by Dan Eben down low for that offensive rebound.
Eben is fouled on the putback, so she'll have 2 free throws.
And that foul was on number 41, Sarah Halsey. That's going to be her first.
So it comes down to position, and she had it and was clobbered from behind. She's got a free throw. That first one's up and rattles out, no good. 7-2 is the score in favor of Central Lyon. 5:52 on the clock. Stopped for the second free throw here from Danielle. It's up and on the way, and it is good. So Eben with all the points for the Mustangs.
So far, yep.
7-3. Halsey with it out on the right wing to Lexi Ackerman to Kelsey. Kelsey's famous for dribbling to her left. She does into the paint, flips it out to Halsey, and a little too much mustard on that pass. Kenny knocked it out of bounds.
Yep.
Really a good.
That was a nice
look.
dish off, nice drive and then dish off, but yeah, just a little too hard.
So here come the Mustangs. Keely Cruz with it. Gets it to Sandbolt down and now out to the right wing. Tries it to Abigail Eben. Rebound over the head of all but Lexi Ackerman. And she tries that swing pass. Keely Cruz too quick for that and steals it away.
Keely stepped right into that passing lane and took it away.
So both teams flexing their muscles on defense here the last few possessions of both sides of the floor.
Yeah, we've commented on that all year. The Mustangs are pretty quick on defense themselves. So
here's Abigail Eben, takes it in to the paint, misses the shot, and the rebound controlled by the Mustangs. Danielle Eben puts up the putback, and it's no good, but she is fouled. She's at the free throw line. The clock stopped at 4:51, 7-3 on the scoreboard.
That foul was on Lexi Ackerman, and that's her second, and that is definitely Central Lyon's go-to girl.
Danielle Eben with a great free throw form, and she is very consistent from the free throw line. We're going to have a substitution in. Taya Graham in for the Mustangs. Abigail Eben sitting down. That second free throw rattles out, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the Mustangs, Taylor Carsonson.
As well as Mackenzie Lupner in for the Lions, as Lexi Ackerman is going to sit down.
Mackenzie Lupner is a 5'9" sophomore. Here's Kelsey. Lutner, Halsey down underneath to Winter Roths. Halsey gets it tipped away. Good defense by Danielle Eben.
Yep, nice little block there by Danny.
So she is relentless on defense. It is not easy to score over Danielle Eben. And there's a shot by Jessica Sandwell, a little too strong, comes out in the possession of Central Lyon. Good transition pass to Corrine Schulte, who had gotten free down on the end. And Ackerman hit her when no one else was looking. Mustangs looking to break the pressure. There's some backcourt pressure. Taya Graham takes it across the timeline. It hasn't swiped away from behind. Kelsey Ackerman now with it on the left wing for the Lions.
And that's what Central Lyon does. They just the little things, and they just slowly just kind of pull away.
She kind of backed her way into the block there and then did a kind of a left-handed hook shot. Mustangs having a little trouble with this pressure, but get a ball. You can hear the Mustang faithful exhorting the girls to excellence, and there is some more excellence from Danny Eben. She's got another 2 points. Score is 11-6. If I'm not mistaken, Danielle has all 6 points at this point for the Mustangs.
Yes, she does.
So that was a good lob pass into her, but she caught it and nearly had nowhere to go.
And it was a nice job by Danny because when she turned around, the Central Lyon girl was playing very good defense tight on her, and Danny could have easily stepped back and been called for traveling, but she held her ground and just put the shot up.
We're going to have a couple substitutions in here. We've got Abigail Eben back in and Mariah Terhart coming in to give Danielle Eben a quick breather.
And that foul was just called on Sarah Halsey, and that's her second.
Pass inbounds to Keely Cruz, and that three-pointer is no good. Kelsey Ackerman takes it across the timeline. Over to Lutmer. Here's Ackerman, looked at a three-pointer, thought better of it. Schulte with it on the right wing, tries a lob pass in to Ackerman. Missed the shot. Rebound controlled by the Mustangs. Keely Cruz off to Sandbolt. 2:37 left in the period. 11-6 on the scoreboard. In favor of Central Lyon. Mustangs working the offense. And Central Lyon jets out and gets a passing lane blocked up. Here's a nice pass out to Keely Cruz. She's wide open for a three. Misses it. Carsonson with the rebound. Misses the putback. Mariah Terhark shares the rebound. We're going to have a jump ball called.
Ball stay with the Mustangs.
Possession arrow is half the battle there. Going to have a foul called on the inbounds pass. Tried to pass it to Mariah Terhark.
That's going to be on Corey Schulte. That's going to be her first. Team sixth. So the next foul will possibly put Mustangs into the bonus situation.
There's a good little move on the inside by Abigail Eben. Drives it into the paint and scores on a layup. We've got Angela Rasmussen in now for the Lions. Rasmussen listed as a 5'3" sophomore. And Winter Roths took a bit of a tumble there in that action.
And they're going to call Keely Cruz with a push foul there. It's Keely's first.
Schulte inbounds to Kelsey Ackerman. Ackerman looking to lob it inside. It's stolen away. Good job by Carsonson. And somehow, good hustle by Corrine Schulte to get on the tarmac there and save it at.
Yeah.
Somehow she retained possession for Central Lyon.
Yeah, that was a good hustle.
So here's the pass inbound, stolen away by Sandbolt. Jumping out of the gym to get that one. Good hustle by Jessica. Now off to Abigail Eben. Had a flashing Keely Cruz. They didn't hit her underneath the basket. Sandbolt out to the right wing now to Keely Cruz. Very close to the out of bounds line. Gets it to Taylor Carsonson. Dishes it off to Sandbolt. There's a shot tried from the left wing. Bounces twice. No good. Carsonson collects the
nice
rebound
job
there.
by Taylor.
And that's a good putback for Carsonson. Good offensive rebound, a good stick-to-itiveness there. So here's Kelsey Ackerman.
Back to a 1-point game, 11-10 in favor of the Lions.
Rasmussen on the left wing. And now to Snyder. Nope, Corrine Schulte, rather. I got my numbers mixed up, Kenny. Here's Kelsey. Ball rattles out to Rasmussen. She tries the shot, gets her own rebound. Nobody can believe it in the whole gym. Here she's got it again. And she's got a double dribble called. I think she was surprised to come up with that pass.
I believe you're right.
Good hustle by Angel Rasmussen. Very quick.
Mia Graham into the game for the Mustangs in place of Jessica Sandbolt.
So we got Mariah Terhark helping to break the pressure. Carsonson with it on the left wing. Out to Keely Cruz. Cruz drives it into the 18-foot range. Mia Graham gets knocked to the earth. We're going to have a jump ball called. And there's no call, but a jump ball called. And possession arrow favors the Lions at this point. So we're going to have 35 seconds left. Central Lyon has not scored in a good bit of time. 11-10, Mustangs have gotten close. Here's Rasmussen trying to shot from the right wing. She's left alone a long time and hits the three.
That's a three.
So that's why she's in there. Very quick on defense and a good outside shooter, despite only being 5'3" tall. Mariah Terhark somehow catches the most obscure passes, and the Mustangs get it down to Carson.
Nice drive by Taylor to the hole.
So here's Rasmussen again. Tries a shot at the end of the quarter and comes up a little shy. So at the end of the first quarter, it's 14-12 in favor of the Central Lyon Lions.
Nice quarter play by the Mustangs. They're hanging tight with the number 2 rated team in the state of Iowa.
Very well played indeed. We'll be back after a quick message from our friends at Ben's Plumbing and Repair.
Ben's Plumbing and Repair in Little Rock is a full-service, licensed plumbing contractor. Whether you're working on a brand new construction site, a remodel, or just need some repairs on existing plumbing for residential or commercial property, Ben's Plumbing and Repair is who to call at 712-348-5555. Ben even has a camera that can detect plumbing problems and diagnose issues from the inside of your pipes. See a great video of Ben Eikens, the owner of Ben's Plumbing and Repair, on our sponsor page, and give him a call at 712-348-5555. That's Ben's Plumbing and Repair in Little Rock.
So 12 points by the Mustangs. Danielle Eben and Taylor Carsonson sharing most of those, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, and Abigail Eben with that little drive.
And she drove
little
into
jumper.
the paint and made a nice two-pointer there. So Central Lyon with a 2-point lead. Second quarter begins. Mustangs with the ball to start the second quarter. There's a nice pass out to Carsonson. The shot from 8 foot, no good, and the rebound knocked out of bounds. Last touched by the Lions. Mia Graham will inbound the ball for the Mustangs. Skip pass to Carsonson out at the free throw line. Drives to her left. That shot's a little too strong. Danielle Eben comes
nice
up with
rebound by Danny,
rebound.
but just couldn't get the shot to fall.
The shot was tipped or partially blocked. So we've got Lexi Ackerman back into the game. She took a big breather in the first quarter. Here's a long shot tried by Kelsey Ackerman from the left wing, and it's nothing but good. 17-12 now for the Central Lyon Lions off of that three-pointer. Here's a pass into Mia Graham. Mia tries a shot. The ball's knocked out of bounds. The ref says last touched by the
Mustangs, so it'll be Lions basketball.
So Ivy Sieperda in for the Lions. Lexi Ackerman, Kelsey Ackerman, Corrine Schulte, and Sarah Halsey. There's a pass attempted to Halsey. It's tipped away by the Mustangs.
Tipped away by Danielle Eben, and it went right to Jessica Samble.
Danielle Eben having a very good game on both ends of the floor so far. Taya Graham in, driving to her right, tries a shot off the glass and no good. Rebound controlled by the Lions. Ackerman tries a 24-footer and it's no good. I didn't think she was going to shoot it from there. But
rebound cleared out by Danny Eben.
I'm telling you, that girl can put it up from anywhere on the floor.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt about that.
Mustangs almost, you could say, dodged a shot bullet there. Carsonson way out on the right post, just to try to give some outlet for the backcourt players here. Sandbolt to Keely Cruz, out at the hash mark. She puts it on the floor. She's met by two Central Lyon players. Danielle Eben gets a hold of it, somehow dribbles her way out of trouble. Very good ball handler.
For a big girl, Danny is a very good ball handler.
So the Mustangs resetting on offense this whole time. They've been working it around the right side. Now they try the left side. Taya Graham set at the top of the key, hounded by Kelsey. Here's a pass down underneath, and Keely Cruz goes down and shares possession with Ivy Sieperda. The possession arrow will favor Central Lyon.
Yeah, that one, not a good pass by Jessica Samble. She threw it into Danny Eben and threw it right at her feet, where it that's a tough place to catch a pass.
Yep, it kind of caromed off of her shins, and that was where it started the scrum. So the ball's passed in from the left wing, tipped out by the Mustangs. They come out with it. Sandbolt's got it. She's tapping her ear to signify a play call. Here the Mustangs have it inside to Carsonson. Somehow comes down with a great catch and puts it up off the glass.
Nice job by Taylor to get herself squared up, and nice easy shot off the glass for two.
So good control, coming down with the basketball and staying in control. Ackerman now with it, driving right side, takes it all the way to the house, goes underneath, and had an open look, but missed the shot.
Just
so the
rolled off.
Come out of there with it. Abigail Eben at the top of the key. She's hounded by Kelsey Ackerman, who just will not let her pass the ball. Steals it away for the Lions. Gets it to Lexi Ackerman. Now off to Sieperda. Ackerman top of the key. Had trouble getting the handle on it. Now off to the left wing. Down the corner to Schulte. Back to the top of the key now. Sieperda right wing to Kelsey Ackerman. Corrine Schulte, skip pass to the top of the key, now left side. And here's Ackerman with an open shot again from the left side. You cannot leave her open for more than an eighth of a second. She can put open.
Yeah, missed that one though.
She missed that despite all of the chances that she's had. She's not hit a couple of those. So good gather by Danielle Eben, but had to almost fade away to put that shot
that
up.
was a tough angle and tough shot.
So Central Lyon with the ball quickly ahead into their front court. Ackerman drives it. Misses the shot. Rebound by Schulte. Mustangs come out of there with the rebound. And Sandbolt coming across the timeline for the Mustangs. They're hanging in 17-14.
Yeah, there's 3 minutes left in the second quarter, and the Mustangs are hanging tight. Another turnover
Pass inside
though.
To Carstensen, a little too far from her. Lost the handle, and the Lions quickly ahead to their front court. Kind of content to just talk about it out there. They're not making a lot of motion. Here's a shot, though, from Corrine Schulte. She's left open on the three-point line for long enough to say, well, heck, I'll try it. She hits it. There's a long cross-court pass to Abigail Eben from Keely Cruz. And there's a pass to Danielle Eben. Has it stolen away. And I think Danielle wanted to send a message on that. So she's called for a reach foul there. I'd think twice about it after that.
Yep, that's right.
So Angel Rasmussen back into the lineup. Ivy Sieperda, Kelsey Ackerman, Corrine Schulte, Winter Roth's in at this point. Roth's with it on the left wing. Kelsey Ackerman, top of the key, guarded by Abigail Eben. Well defended. Mustangs keeping the passing lanes full. Here's Rasmussen driving on Terhark, has the shot partially blocked. Mustangs come out of there with the rebound.
That was a little bit of a height disadvantage for Rasmussen there going in against Terhark.
Yeah. There's a pass. Oh! There's a foul. Terhark got a good pass. Took a shot to the clavicle there, went down, but she's going to be at the free throw line, rewarded for that great catch.
Yep, and that foul was on Kelsey Ackerman, and that will be her second. And that's
Cruz.
Team 7, so Mariah Terhark is at the line for a one-on-one.
Keely Cruz taking a breather. Terhark misses the free throw. And Lions quickly ahead. Rasmussen with it on the wing, thinks about the shot. Terhark is guarding her well. Carstensen, good defense on the cutoff there. And there's a tip ball, last touch by the Mustangs. Knocked off of the knee of the Central Lyon player, out of bounds, but the ref saw it as a last touch by the Mustangs. So Central Lyon with the ball. Pass quickly into Rasmussen. Over to Schulte. Ross driving right. It's going to be fouled by Mustangs. Taya Graham with her first foul of the night. 1:12 left in this first half. 20-14, and the Central Lions just kind of quietly march on.
Yeah. It's still only a 6-point game, so the Mustangs just need to, they got to work hard on not turning the ball over and, make every possession count if possible. There's a nice travel and turnover by the Lions, so here's the Mustangs do have an opportunity here to close the gap a little bit before halftime.
Carstensen with it at the half-court mark off to Sandbolt. Tries a pass down to Terhart. And she's called for a travel. She kind of came down with both feet down, and she's called for a moving violation there. That's a unfortunate call for the Mustangs. Central Lyon with it across the timeline. Rasmussen driving. That pass is nearly out of the reach of her teammate. That's Claire Snyder into the game for the Lions. 40 seconds left in the period. Schulte to Snyder to Rasmussen. The ball is tipped out of bounds by last touch by the Mustangs.
Nice little block there by Taya Graham.
Roths tried a shot and it was knocked out of bounds. Very good defense by the Mustangs. They got to hold him here. Central Lyon working it around the perimeter, looking for their shot. There's 20 seconds left. Here's a skip pass to the corner. Green Schulte. Rasmussen with it on the right wing, guarded by Terhart. Snyder now to Schulte, top of the key. There's a shot by Schulte with the buzzer. No good. They gotta look at it.
Yeah, they did.
But they missed it. So we're at halftime here. Central Lyon 20, GLR 14. We'll be back right after this from Frontier Bank.
Who has time to write out checks and pay bills? Simplify your life with online bill pay and email bank statements free from Frontier Bank. With a click of the mouse, you can balance your accounts, transfer funds, view your checks, and see current home listings. You can even apply for a home loan when it's convenient for you. What could be easier? With the help of online bill pay at Frontier Bank, you'll simplify your life. Frontier Bank with locations in George, Little Rock, Rock Rapids, and Sioux Falls. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Corner Service in Little Rock is the place to go for all your vehicle maintenance needs. From oil changes to overhauls, get a set of new tires or even wiper blades to help with visibility. Let the professionals at Corner Service keep your vehicles running smoothly all year long. Their service station is located at 415 Main Street in Little Rock, and they can be reached by phone at 712-479-2794. That's Corner Service, Main Street in Little Rock, 479-2794. Are you looking for more protection against bad weather hitting your crops than federal crop insurance alone can provide? Otter Valley Insurance now offers total weather insurance, providing supplemental coverage against drought, excess moisture, heat stress, and fall freeze. And the program pays out automatically when bad weather hits. That means no paperwork and no adjuster coming out to your farm. Call Otter Valley Insurance at 712-475-3325 to learn more and get a free quote today. That's Otter Valley Insurance at 712-475-3325. Otter Valley Insurance and Real Estate in George.
When you need a case for your computer, treeshell.com. Or your iPhone, iPad, and iPod, treeshell.com. When you need a case for your Kindle device, nobody makes one near as nice as treeshell.com. For elegant products made from wood, nobody makes them near as good as treeshell.com.
Treeshell.com.
Here is the Mustang faithful calling out for little red basketballs.
Yeah.
They want those basketballs. So somewhere I saw it. It's making people jump. It's a chipmunk out there. I don't know what the deal is with that. So we're having a good time so far.
Good time. Yep.
Good time times indeed. And I tell you, it's good to have enough voice back to be able to talk on the GLR Radio Network.
That's good to have you back, that's for sure.
I got to tell you, that was such a blessing to have you and Glenn sit in. I lost my voice nearly completely. And what I could say, it sounded like a bullfrog on his deathbed almost. So It's good to have you guys in the booth here, and you guys did great yeoman service at the wheel those last 4 games.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun.
So I don't know if we can motion to Glenn over here. We'd like to get his assessment on this first half. So we'll put the mic in his hand and see what he's got. So Glenn, we're throwing a shout out to you for the last 4 games. I want to thank you for your yeoman service here at the wheel. It's 4 games in a row you took care of it. So
I had a good time. Kenny kind of ran the show, and I just helped him out. That's the way it worked.
Yeah, now we're looking ahead toward the boys' matchup, of course, following the girls here. Wanted to get your assessment. As you know, most of these athletes pretty well. You followed the first matchup of the season, and also wanted to just get your assessment of the first half played by the girls here.
Well, the girls came out and did what they needed to do. It's just that they didn't capitalize on some opportunities. Some 1 second late passes going in on the cutters from the forwards and guards. Rebounding, I thought we controlled the boards as good as we could.
I thought we did very well on the rebounding department, both offensive and defensively.
It's one of those deals you can't always agree with the refs, but I think we could have had a few more calls go our way.
There's no doubt the Mustang faithful were in your camp on a few of those calls, but in fact, most of us here in the booth were with you on a couple of those calls.
I bleed red and black, I just need to say it.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
the boys that come out and play their kind of game will be fine. Kenny and I have talked about the last 4 games coming out playing 4 quarters instead of a quarter, 2, 3. They need to be there for the whole game.
Well, the last 4 games the boys have played, they have had the lead at the end of the first quarter, and that was against second-ranked MOC in Class 3A, a very quality 2-center club in 2A, and West Lyon, who is ranked in the top 10 in 1A. So.
I think West Lyon at halftime we were down by 6 with the ball.
Yep.
So it was good. It was good.
So these young GLR lads have a chance to win. They could surprise many an opponent if they put together 4 quarters like their first.
Without a doubt. The only thing is, it's a very good possibility that the Mustangs will be playing without Jesse Korseman tonight.
Oh, I heard anecdotally that he may have taken a spill today. Is that right?
Evidently he took a spill in the parking lot on some ice, and he played a little bit on the JV tonight, and he kind of went down, and he come up limping pretty good and just cartilage.
Dear.
So we'll just have to wait and see. So I'm not sure if he'll see any action tonight.
So he is game time decision ready for
right.
that.
Maybe they'll tape him up and maybe it'll feel good. I don't know, but
what kind of tape does that take, Glenn, if you have a meniscus torn?
Well, I think steel and duct tape would work the best if a meniscus tear.
Steel wool and duct tape, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first on the GLR Radio Network. So let's do a little assessment of scoring. I think Danielle has first 8 points tonight for the Mustang lady.
Has 6. She has 6 points, and Taylor has 6 points.
Okay.
And then Abigail even with the other bucket.
Well, then she had the first 6 points.
Yes, she did.
So
She did.
She's played a very good game defensively. Has a couple of blocks.
I also noticed she has 2 leads and fouls too. Don't forget that.
Mustangs in the foul department. But I said to Kenny, if she fouled me like that, I'd think twice about going in there the next time. So, but she has
physical player, and that goes.
Played a very first half of basketball here. You know what? She did help on breaking that press when Central.
And for the Lions, Ackerman is leading them 9 points, and kind of their go-to girl, in my opinion, anyway, is Lexi Ackerman. And the Mustangs hit scoreless in the first half. So
both the Ackermans have 2 fouls each.
Yep,
as
they each
does
got.
Halsey.
Yep.
And
Corey Schulte has 8 points.
And 8 points. So Schulte has played offensive. She's kind of picked up the slack where Lexi Ackerman is normally.
But at the end of the night, she's usually in double figures in scoring and rebounding both, and just gets the job done.
No, she's softball field all the way around, cross country, first year out. Really made her mark there too, guys. I mean, she's a good athlete.
Yeah, so this Central Lyon team, they're nothing to scoff at for their athletic abilities. And they've played a good first half here of basketball.
Yep, like I referred to earlier, the latest poll I saw just yesterday or the day before, Central Lyon is number 2 in the state in Class 1A. So
yes, they are.
The Mustangs are doing their level best to hang with them. We're going to be here to bring in the second half right after this message. Thanks, Glenn, for your input.
Yep, thank you, Craig.
This is Craig Manson, branch manager of Security Savings Bank in George. Now is a great time to stop in and discuss our 2013 crop loans. We can help you make sound decisions about your farming operation for the upcoming year. I grew up on a farm and understand the challenges and benefits that go along with farming. I will take time to understand your unique farm operation and the situations you face. Our loans are locally by people you know. For help with your farm loans, count on Security Savings Bank, Larchwood, George, and for FDA.
Oh boy, it's good to be here at the GLR gym. Craig Johnson alongside Kenny Sharks. At halftime was Len Even, and we have got the buzz signifying our half a day, and we are looking forward to bringing that. And here's what happens if you take the lid off and then your body forward with the bottle. So we don't have a camera here to show you this, but you'd be impressed, those of you out in Radio Land. Although it's not more than about 2 cents worth of Dr. Pepper.
there you go.
But that'd be enough to get about 1 million ants here off the picnic table. So third quarter ready to start. Mustangs with the basketball to start the third quarter.
Be nice if we could work the offense and score here and kind of set the tone for the second half.
Mustangs round, every player has touched it. Ackerman guarding Sandbolt like a new suit. Play a putback. And Halsey drives it down and stops abruptly at the half-court line.
Gets it down to Schulte, and she puts up a shot and is fouled by Danielle Eben. That's going to be Danny's third.
That's not it.
Schulte's first free throw is up and good.
I'm doing a little housekeeping here, Kenny.
That's all right.
Get back and ready here. The second
Schulte's second free throw is up and good as well.
Battles in.
Makes the score 22-14 in favor of the Lions.
Mustangs going from our right to left.
Try to pass through a double team, and that never works. Steal and a quick dish off to Schulte for a score.
Just like that, it's a 10-point ball game, 24-14 in favor of the Lions. Mustangs work to break the pressure, and that pass way out of reach of Carson. Head coach Grafing wants to talk things over. So we'll be back after a 30-second timeout here. Listen for this from treeshell.com.
When you need a case for your computer, treeshell.com. Or your iPhone, iPad, and iPod, treeshell.com. When you need a case for your Kindle device, but it makes one near as nice as treeshell.com. For elegant products made from wood, nobody makes them near as good as treeshell.com.
Treeshell.com.
Can't thank Treeshell enough for their sponsorship here of the broadcast.
They make a beautiful product, that's for sure.
Ben's Plumbing and Repair in Little Rock is a full-service.
Sorry, Ben's Plumbing. I didn't mean to put you on right in the middle of live action here. We're out to Kelsey Ackerman on the left side. Top of the key to Corrine Schulte into the paint. Somehow the Lions come out of there with it. Sarah Halsey came up with a rebound under the basket that just made me look twice. I don't know how to explain it. And she was fouled on the putback.
By Mariah Tahart. That's Mariah's. Halsey makes her first.
25-14, 6:40 left in the period. Makes the second as well. 26-14.
And the Lions right now are 7 for 7 from the line. That's also another sign of a good free throw percentage.
Normally have scored the first 6 of this period.
Mustangs 2-5 right now.
Keely Cruz takes it all the way around the arc to the right side and then zips it back to Sandbolt down to the baseline to Carsonson. She's fouled by Kelsey Ackerman on the baseline, so she's at the free throw line, going to shoot 2 free throws, and that's Kelsey's.
That's Kelsey's third. So
El Numero Tres.
Yep.
It's just down in the deep south of
there
Texas,
you go.
and they speak a lot of the El Numero Tres down there. So free throw is up and rattles out. Carsonson with a rare free throw miss.
yeah, Taylor has very good form.
Second free throw up and on the way. And it is good. 6:13 on the clock. Ball stolen away. Abigail even Keely Cruz with it. Right wing zips it into Sandbolt, who makes a great catch, a gather, jump stop, and a layup.
And that's Jessica's first points of the night. So Lions have done a good job on Jessica defending her.
There's a nice and turnaround jumper quick ahead for the Lions. Good. And awarded with the hustle of night. But the total.
I understand that the Lions stole the ball away and then tipped away and called us for a second call.
Yeah,
I don't get that.
Pretty unusual. I think they must not have granted possession through that steal. I was about to say Mariah Terhart closed the distance in a hurry to get that ball back.
And there's Schulte with a three-pointer.
That's her second 3 of the night, isn't it?
Yeah.
She's a good all-around ball player, as you were talking at halftime.
Yeah, and she gets it done quietly.
Rattles out no good. The ball over the head of the Mustangs into the hands of Ackerman. Driving it to the right. Shot up and no good. Central Lyon boxing out. And Abbott steals it. Pocket picked the driving Corrine Schulte, but it's called for the reach foul.
And that's Abby's first foul. Team's third.
Schulte has the inbounds pass off to Ackerman in the wing. That free battle's out no good.
Actually, I had to give her for 2 fouls, but they posted this. That was her first, but that one was called on Mariah Terhart. That's going to be her second.
So Halsey going to shoot 2, makes the first one. It's 4 team fouls already in this third period for the Mustangs. Mustangs have scored only 3 points, and
Lions have scored 12, 13.
13. So we've got
And they're 9 for 9 from the free throw line.
Mustangs working to break the pressure. And there's a high dribble that lost control, and Halsey gets her on the putback opportunity, so she's going to be at the line again, shooting 2.
Yeah, they're flash and that was a quick. I got Abby for 3, so I don't. That said flashed real quick too, but
Halsey puts it up and in like it's nothing. The clock stopped and they've got a 17-point lead. Make it 18. 35-17, 4:23 left in the third period. Mustangs are going to have to figure out the key to this. There's going to be a travel. The Central Lions putting that full court pressure on, and it's just giving the Mustangs
Mustangs have been outscored 15-3 this third quarter.
So now Central Lyon content to run clock here for an easy shot, because they've created a gap in the score. IBC into the matchup for the Lions. working against Heavy Even. Nice pass underneath. Halsey got open on the backside and makes a layup.
And just like that, it's a 20-point game. And there's another
turnover. We're going to have a jump ball called. Keely Cruz and Mariah were having it. Went in there and tied her up. Grafing is got her clipboard out and
she's swinging it around too.
So we'll be back right after this from Sudengate Manufacturing.
As a man of the land, you ask yourself tough questions, like, if my auger could talk, what might he say? And as a man of truth and wisdom, I can tell you that when called upon, your auger might say something like, "Gee, it sure is a nice day to move some grain there, I'm about to shoot some grain into that bin over here." Now you ask, why does my auger sound like a Royal Mountie? Well, that's because there's a chance you bought it from some fancy outfit in Canada. That's right, you may have unintentionally outsourced piece of equipment that sits at the center of your operation. It transports your most precious cargo. Canada, a country that's not America. Now you know. And now, next time, Ox Portable Auger right here in America's heartland, George, Iowa. Ox Portable Augers from Sudengate. There's work to do. The Ox.
Well, we're back to live action here. GLR Gymnasium. Central Lyon with the ball across the timeline into their front court. There's an errant pass gathered in the corner. Keely Cruz hounding the Ivy Seipert down there. Lions resetting. Seipert tries a shot off the left wing from 18 foot 9 inches. Just stepping up.
Just inside.
Good shot by Seipert.
It's probably the worst shot selection you can take is one step inside the three-point line. You might as well, if you're going to take a shot from that far out, you might as well take a couple inches back and hit a three.
Carsonson drives it down in, gets her own rebound off of a missed inside shot, and is fouled.
And that's on Lexi Ackerman, and that's going to be her third. So both of the Ackerman girls with 3 fouls.
There's a good pass into Sandbolt, gets a shooter's roll, and scores. It's 39-19. Mustangs coming out of the huddle with a quick score there.
Yeah, we just need to make a few defensive stands here and work our offense and score ourselves at the other end. There's a nice steal by Keely Cruz.
Boy, good hustle by Lexi Ackerman, but stole it away, but she had run out of court by the time she did it. Yep. So
good thing that pad is on the wall because she slid right into it.
Hey, you want to skid to a stop if you're going to run to that.
And she's gonna take a breather.
There's a tough pass on the inbounds to Mariah Terhark. It's stolen away by
Halsey.
Seipert with it now ahead to Winter Roths. Angel Rasmussen back in. Shot from the left wing.
That was Winter Ross, a three-pointer. Keely Cruz with it now. Tries to get it to gets it to Taya Graham. Taya drives and puts up a shot. No good, but is fouled.
Winter Ross called for the foul. Taya Graham going to be at the free throw line. And that free throw by Taya Graham up and good. And that made free throw cheer. I'm telling you again, if I had to kick that high, I think I'd rip my back pocket.
Yeah.
Anyway, here we go with the
battle for the rebounds. Mustangs come up. Mariah
Terhark, hounded by 2 Central Lyon players, somehow gets it to Keely Cruz. Drives it left, and she's clobbered in the paint. I think we ran into each other vocally the same way those players just collided in the paint.
And that foul was on Corey Schulte, and that's her second.
Keely Cruz first free throw rattles out. No good. Mia Graham on the substitution comes in for Taya. Second free throw no good, and rebound controlled by Corrine Schulte. So the Lions with a 22-point lead here. Ivy Sieberta hounded by Sandbolt. Pass down underneath to Ross, guarded well by Keely Cruz.
Nice rebound there by Mia Graham.
Mia had good position, came down with it, handed it off to Sandbolt, who brings it across. Here's Keely Cruz trying a 22-footer. Mariah Terhark with a great rebound, no good. Carstensen with the putback on the offensive board.
That was nice hard work by the Mustangs on the offensive board.
Ooh, Sieberta stopped with 1 foot, straddling each side of the half-court line, and then made a good decision to pass it into the front court. Kind of had everybody nervous on the Central Lyon side. Keely Cruz comes hustling into the paint there, tied up.
Yep. Halsey tries to drive to the lane, and Keely just reaches out and just about ripped her right to the floor. Jump ball is called.
You don't bring that ball below your shoulders unless you want a jump ball in this conference.
Yeah,
I'm telling
that's
you,
for sure.
These athletes are so quick.
And the jump ball was in favor of the Mustangs, but now just another bad pass by Jessica Sandbolt. Another one at the feet. She's having a rough night passing the ball.
There are some you win, some you lose, and some you're rained out, right?
That's exactly right.
So Mustangs have the Graham sisters out running their I will find you defense. And that always gives the opposing coach a little gray hair, I think, because they are so quick on defense. There's a pass just over the head of Sandbolt. Caught by Sieberta across to Halsey. Right wing, back out to Sieberta, tries that 18-footer again, and she's good from that spot. That's her favorite spot in the 2 shots in a row there. Hits for the Lions. 30 seconds left in the period. Mustangs working to break the pressure here. Taya Graham gets a screen, gets it to Sandbolt. And there's
another bad pass by Jessica Sandbolt.
They're not getting it into the post. They're trying the wing pass, and there's a zig when you should have zagged. So 22-point advantage, 22-44 for the Lions. Rasmussen across to Schulte, out to Ross. Tries a three-pointer. No good. Rasmussen gets the putback at the buzzer.
And that was a nice job by Rasmussen. She knew when that ball was coming down to her that she did not have time to take a dribble or anything. She just caught it and tipped it right back up to the basket.
Just as quick as you could release that ball, and she's grinning from ear to ear. That was a good accomplishment by the 5'3" sophomore.
Mustangs were outscored the third quarter 26-8.
26-8 is that's a tough way to make a living in this conference.
Yeah, that's not going to get it done in this conference.
So we'll be back right after this from Country Boutique to bring you the fourth quarter of action.
Country Boutique in Rock Rapids is a full-service floral shop with everything you'd need from a romantic bouquet to home or office decorating for any season. They have an impressive selection of gift items for every budget, a framing gallery for photographs or paintings and memorabilia, a formal wear specialty store for weddings and proms and other formal occasions, and much, much more. Get an instant coupon worth $5 that you can use on your next visit by texting CB Flowers to 72727. Again, just text CB Flowers to 72727 and an instant coupon worth $5 off a qualifying purchase will be sent straight to your phone. That's the Country Boutique in Rock Rapids, Iowa. 712-472-3668.
And Country Boutique right there in Rock Rapids, right in the hometown for these Central Lyon Lions. Shot off to the right side by Halsey. No good, but a putback
by Lexi Ackerman. And that's Lexi's first points of the night.
There's a good pass with terrific pressure on Carstensen. She got it ahead to Keely Cruz. And Cruz got it down to Abigail Eben.
And they're going to call Sarah Halsey with that foul. That's going to be her third. Each team with 5 team fouls sends Abigail Eben to the line for 2.
That free throw's good. Second free throw on the way, and it is good. You only have to watch the cheerleaders to see if the free throw is good or not.
Yeah.
Quickly ahead.
Nice block by Danny Eben.
Rasmussen went up against.
Just took it right away from her.
So that's just good ball control by Eben to not only block the shot, but to keep it in her possession. There's a pass inside to Carstensen, tries a nearly three-pointer. It rattles out, no good. Mustangs are going to have to hustle on offense to make this gap go away. It's a 24-point gap, 48-24. There's a pass ahead to Snyder. She misses it and goes down in the. There's Taylor Carstensen quickly ahead. The shot's no good, and last touch by the Mustangs on their rebound. This can be a quick league here. Before I could even finish the last play, the ball's ahead to Carstensen, and that went out of bounds already, so we're back on the other end.
Yeah, Mustangs have definitely had their share of opportunities, and they got to start converting on some of these. We missed too many little inside shots, and you just can't afford to do that against a quality team like Central Lyon.
Alexia Ackerman had a double dribble called. She had a tough catch and then had to put it on the floor. Now down the other way there's a steal, and Central Lyon quickly into the hands of Halsey and makes another layup.
And Halsey is really lighting it up on the Mustangs tonight.
There's an errant pass by the Mustangs, stolen away by Central Lyon, and we're down to 6 minutes, and it's 50-24.
Halsey has 14 points for the Lions tonight.
So Central Lyon just working it around the perimeter, seeing if they can create an opening. Schulte to Ackerman. Ackerman drives into the paint, has the ball partially blocked. Schulte gets the gather, puts it up and in, and is fouled. It's going to be Carstensen on the foul.
That'll be Taylor's first.
So we've got Mia Graham coming in for Keely Cruz. So we've got Corrine Schulte at the line. The free throw is no good. Rebound by Eben. Sandbolt ahead with the ball. No pressure this time from Central Lyon. Here's a pass inside to Eben. Back out to Carstensen. Looks at a shot. Out to the left wing to Abigail. Abby's got it blocked. Foul's going to be called on Corrine Schulte, who blocked the shot.
That'll be Corey Schulte's third foul. Team 6, but it's going to send Abby Eben to the line for 2 because she was shooting.
And that's a good free throw. 52-25 and 5:21. Not a lot of time left to make up that kind of deficit. Mariah Terhark set to check into the matchup. Second free throw is good.
Abby Eben shooting well tonight she's 4 for 4 from the line.
So again, the score is doubled, 52-26. Mustangs putting up 2 for every 4 so far in this second half. Central Lyon's Schulte with it on the drives to her right, gets herself open and makes a layup.
She took Taylor Carstensen to school on that play. She faked her one way and Taylor jumped up and she had basically a walk to the basket.
We're going to have a timeout called. Mustangs were having difficulty getting across the half-court pressure. We got a 30-second timeout. I think we'll just keep it here. We've seen these Mustang girls do incredible things in the fourth period. This is going to top them all if they're able to pull this rabbit out of the hat.
Yeah, and the game, to me, the game has gone kind of the way I expected it to. Siouxland Conference or not, the fact is Central Lyon girls are the second-ranked team in the state of Iowa. They're a very, very good basketball team, and And you know, the Mustangs are decent this year, but they're still kind of a average 500 team, and yeah, they're giving it their best shot, but it's just a little bit too much for the Mustangs tonight.
And their front court pressure by the Lions results in a turnover by the Mustangs, so they're going to have the ball inbounds in their back court.
You know, anybody can beat anybody on any given night, but you need to play, you know, as close to perfect basketball as possible, and that's, you know, turnover-wise and loose balls, coming up with those and shooting well from inside and outside, and the Mustangs just have not done that tonight.
Mustangs come up with the ball off a missed shot opportunity by the Lions. They're going to have to put some speed on their feet here to get this gap closed. And Central Lyon just hounding on defense. There's a three-point shot by Keely Cruz. It's off the mark. You can tell expression-wise Keely would like to have one more crack at that one.
Yeah, she was actually quite a ways out there. That was a long three-pointer for Keely.
Abigail Eben going to be called for a reach foul on Kelsey Ackerman. And that's going to be 17 fouls.
And see, they put her number up there, and it said 3 fouls, and then just like that, it blinks off. But I have her for 4, so.
Free throw is up, and it rattles out, no good. Mustangs come out of there with the rebound.
And that's Central Lyon's first miss from the free throw line tonight. Oh, excuse me, second. Tori Schulte missed the free throw on a possible three-point play a little bit ago.
Sandbolt driving down to the baseline is knocked to the hardwood. Ball goes out of bounds, last touched by Central Lyon. Inbounds pass, just making it before the 5-second count here. Mustangs looking to create and turn it over quickly ahead to Ackerman. Lexi's got a left-handed layup in transition, up and good. And 56-26 is the score. Carsonson with it down to Keely Cruz into Danielle Eben. Going to be called. That's Lexi. Going to be called for that foul. On the way to the basket, that's 17 fouls.
That was Kelsey, actually.
Yep, Kelsey, you're right. Kelsey's 4th foul.
That's
her
right? 4th. Yep, that's Kelsey Ackerman's 4th. Going to send Danny Eben to the line for a 1-0. Was it a 1-on-1 or did they call it a 2-shotter?
I believe it's a 1-on-1 on the 7th team foul. And she hits the front end of that.
Earns the bonus.
Mustangs are going to need to stampede the Lions here to get the gap closed in time. 3:16 left. Second free throw rattles out, no good.
What are you playing?
So this is Lexi Ackerman now. Over to Shelby Faster.
Nice block by Danny Eben again.
These Lions are not remembering that Danielle Eben's got a long reach. It's hard to shoot over her. Taya Graham with it on the right wing for the Mustangs. Keely Cruz gets it inside to Eben. There's a putback opportunity. Carsonson, I think, may have been fouled on the way to the putback.
And she was fouled by Shelby Foster into the game for the Lions.
So that's Shelby's first foul. Carsonson will be at the line shooting. Maybe a 1-on-1 the way they're standing at the place. She makes the first one. And Kelsey Ackerman coming out. Claire Snyder into the lineup for Lions. Carsonson at the line, going to shoot the second free throw here. And that one rattles out. Danielle Eben with the rebound. Gets it into Taya Graham, who gathers it. Good job.
Nice job by Taya to gather it back up. And
so Mustangs with 30 points. Central Lyon 56. There's a steal by the ardent Mustang defense there. Quickly ahead to Keely Cruz. Gets the shot up off the glass, no good. Danielle Eben with the putback, and good.
Dan Eben has really worked hard tonight.
She has had a very good game on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, rebounding wise and just good defense. She's had several blocks tonight.
Sarah Halsey left wide open on the left wing for 3 points. She puts it up and in. I think that's a scoring threat that the Lions will be glad they have in the toolbox. And just like that, Abigail Eben driving to the left side down to the baseline, puts a shot up in, and she is fouled by Sarah Halsey. Sieperda and Rasmussen back in. Halsey coming out, as is Lexi Ackerman. Both of those players have played a very good game for the Lions tonight. 25 points the deficit, minute 50 left. Abigail Eben hits the free throw.
And Abby stays perfect from the line tonight, 5 for 5.
Abby and Taylor Carsonson out of the game. Mariah Terhark and Mia Graham in their stead. There's a good pass inside to Shelby Faster. Got herself open down at the baseline. She's fouled by
Keely Cruz.
Keely.
It's going to be Keely's second.
Maddie DeBeer coming in for Keely Cruz. Faster at the free throw line. Gets the free throws. Mustangs bring it across the timeline. Mia Graham. Taya Graham, left wing. Down to the corner to Mia. Into Mariah Terhark. Danielle Eben. Pass to Maddie DeBeer, out of her reach. Zig when you should have zagged.
Yep,
You're gonna
yep.
have that.
Danny had a little bit of an open there. She probably wishes she'd have just drove into the basket on that one now.
So here's Ivy Sieperda. Shelby Fastert. Rasmussen.
Taya near steal. Now Maddie DeBeer actually comes up with a steal.
The Mustangs very good on defense there this last couple series. Mia Graham skip pass to Taya. Shot up and off the glass, no good. Rebound bounces into the hands of Lutmer. Mackenzie Lutmer comes out with it. Sieperda and the head coach calls a timeout. Just long enough to do a substitution. He's saying play on. He wanted to get a player in with the last 52 seconds.
Yep, Mackenzie Luthold into the game for the Lions. There's a steal by the Graham sisters, and Taya gets the benefit of the basket.
That's good stuff by the Mustang defense. Pass inside.
There's
stolen.
a steal by Danielle Eben. Lead pass out to Mia Graham.
Tries nearly a three-pointer. The shot's no good, but Mariah Terhark with the putback. And that's encouraging to see this never say die hustle by the Mustang girls here.
Yep, that's for sure. That follows on Shelby Fostert, and that's her second.
Madison Henning coming in now for Danielle Eben, who's had a very good game. 27 seconds left. J.C. Johnson coming in for Taya. Get a couple more Mustangs into the playbook here tonight. That free throw is up and good. Rasmussen quickly ahead of to the front court. That's Mackenzie Hold with it to Snyder to Rasmussen. Skip pass over to Ruth Hold. Stolen away, knocked out of bounds by Yagam. Claire Snyder will inbound it. 10.6 seconds on the clock. Shot off the glass, no good, and it's going to be Mustang basketball with 5.6 on the clock. Not a lot of time, but Maddie DeBeer with it. She's going to drive it across the timeline. Pass to the left wing to J.C. Johnson.
Hits a 3-point. Gets her name in the stat book. Good for her.
Put that in paper.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Hit a 3. That's a good shot by J.C. Johnson, who came in just the last 30 seconds of the lineup. And a shot just at buzzer. Good job by J.C. there, but a great hard-fought game here by the opponent in the Central Lyon Lions. And it's just a quiet march to the finish for them. They just kept putting points on the board nearly every possession.
Yeah.
And we'll be back after a couple messages here to recap the quarter scores and our sponsor for this segment.
The Total Stop Food Store is Georgia's hometown grocery store. Not only will you find a complete selection of fresh produce, meats, dairy products, and groceries, but you'll find the kind of excellent, friendly service that you'd expect from your hometown grocery store. See the fine, friendly folks at your friendly hometown grocery, the Total Stop Food Store on Main Street in George, 475-2825. That's the Total Stop Food Store in George. Warnche's Paint and Body in George, Iowa is your place for high-performance refinishing at its finest. Heath Warnches and his team specialize in collision repair, glass replacement, restoration, towing, and even windshield chip repair. They're located at 103 North Sydney Street in George, Iowa. Call them today, 712-475-3307. That's Warnche's Paint and Body in George. Farmers, are your 2013 profits protected from bad weather? The extreme weather this past growing season is in the rearview mirror, but now you need to plan for next season. Otter Valley Insurance in George now offers total weather insurance, providing coverage against drought, excess moisture, heat stress, and fall freeze. And the program pays out automatically when bad weather hits. That means no paperwork and no adjuster coming out to your farm. Call Otter Valley Insurance at 712-475-3325 to learn more and get a free quote today. That's Otter Valley Insurance in George, 475-3325.
Clausen, daughter of Rick and Stacy Clausen, escorted by Ben Starr, son of
We're announcing homecoming court right now for the Mustangs' homecoming celebration tonight.
Julia Cruz, daughter of Jeff and Laura Cruz, escorted by Evan Boss, son of Nate and Sherry Boss.
We've got Alex Wertzma, Taylor Carsonson, Elliot McConnell, Abigail Eben, Ben Starr,
Our Queen
and
Keely Cruz, daughter of Jack and Sherry Cruz, escorted by
here's our
King
homecoming
Jordan
king and
Taco
queen, Jordan Cruz,
son of
and Keely Cruz. Homecoming king and queen coming in like the royalty with the crowns and the gowns. They've got big superhero capes on here.
all of the varsity or senior parents of the varsity girls and boys, please go out into the hallway. We're going to do our parents' night.
And it's parents' night as well. It's a big night here at the GLR High School Gymnasium. So in just a moment we'll be back with that update here from we're still a full 15 minutes from the start of the second lineup. So we'll be back after a few messages from our sponsors.
Dykstra Chiropractic in George provides chiropractic services to relieve pain and stress and to help people live a happy, healthy life. Dr. Krista Dykstra works with children and adults to do chiropractic adjustments and uses a painless activator method in ultrasound. Her office hours are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8:30 to 5, and Tuesday afternoons along with Thursday mornings. Call for an appointment or information at 712-475-3990. Learn the power of prevention and make great health a cinch. Visit Dykstra Chiropractic on North Main Street in George, 475-3990.